Hey there, home teamers. Today is January 21st. I am Gabriel, a co-lead, and this is your update for Merchants of Me. Let's dive right in. Chris L. kicked us off by adding the functionality for the one action point per tile, and also added a toggle in the settings to turn this feature on and off, which will be really helpful for playtesting and just testing and debugging in general. I went ahead and fixed a little bug that we had where the player was still able to move while the board was taking its turn, so now the player can no longer do that. Kyle Black did a small tweak to the .get attributes file to avoid white space updates. And I went ahead and animated the start screen, a little bit of camera animation work, as well as fading in and out of the UI, just to add a little bit of polish for the first thing that the player sees when they boot up the game. So let's dive right into the demo. First thing you'll notice is the start screen animation, and then the fading in of the UI. Just show that off real quick one more time. Something subtle, but I think it adds a little bit of polish to the first thing that the players will see. Looking at Chris's contribution, you can see we have a settings here. You can turn the soundtrack on and off, and then you can turn the action point system on and off from here as well. I believe you can also do that from in-game. So if you hit the escape key, we'll pause. The settings button is here, and you can access that as well. On to the other half of his contribution. Now, before it used to be you would move, and it would only take away one action point, but now depending on how far you move, it'll take one action point per tile. So if I move here, oops, it should take two. If I move here, it should take another two. And if I move here, it'll take one. And now I can no longer move. Now when the board takes its turn, the tiles will still highlight, but now when I click, the player won't move. So until you exit out, it becomes your turn again, and now you can move. And yeah, I believe those are the updates from the demo. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Trello. So we are moving into week 11, which is this column here. Cass and I both had some family matters that we had to attend to over the past couple weeks. So you may notice that there are some columns piling up. We're going to go ahead and meet up next week and reschedule and reshuffle around some tasks to make it a little bit more manageable as we head into the second half of our development phase and as we get nearer to release. So bear with us while we just shuffle around some of the tasks and reprioritize some areas. But the good news is that there's still a ton of work to do and a ton of tasks that can be picked up, and there's a wide variety of them. So if you're interested in programming, we have event cards that make tiles impassable. If you're interested in some audio work, we could really use some of that. So dropping off resources, sound effects, in-game music, the you win music versus the you lose music. Lots of good audio tasks to sink your teeth into. But we also have 3D modeling, some of the models that show up on the board, like silver. We still need things like that. But if 2D is more of your thing, we need icons for the UI. So be on the lookout for those. It's a really great time to get involved in the project. There's a ton of varied tasks. And if you need help, finding ways to get involved, definitely reach out to either me or Cass, and we'd be happy to help out. Thank you so much, and have a great week.